if when I was in darkness, I would have listened to my friends' revelations, then when would I have used my intelligence to turn on the light? Right? See, this is what I'm saying. If my friends and family only knew what they saw, then how did they know what I was doing? Right? See, if I was doing something in the midst of the storm, then was I not doing what Noah was doing before the storm? Right? See, I was billing the lawsuit before you even saw the storm. But instead of you listening to me tell you how I prepared for the storm, you started becoming the storm. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying about what David is saying here in Psalms, right? In the Lord put I my trust. Now, like I say, when I went into the court system, the Lord, for which was supposed to be the judge, violated the Florida Constitution and the Florida Bill of Rights in the civil courthouse in Seminole County. So then what I did was I subdued that judge with the Florida Constitution, with the Florida Bill of Rights, with the United States Constitution, with the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, and then I hit them with domestic violence, which is statutory law, and repeat violence, which is also statutory law. And I had already had the post office with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So see, you looked at it from no preparedness, right? How could you prepare for my storm? But I was looking at it from all the stuff that I had prepared. You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference between you and I. See, I wasn't in the genesis of my serpent's deception. I was in the revelations of my serpent's deception. But my family was caught in the revelations as well as the beginning. See, that's why they they know both good and evil, but they don't know what I did about the evil that I had faced. So they thought that I was the one that was wrong. See, and that's what I'm saying about lean into your own understanding. How do you know who right and who wrong if you don't know the evidence of the situation? If you're not listening to both sides, how do you know which side telling the truth? You done chose a side. See, and that's what I'm telling my people now. So now check this. In the Lord put I my trust. So now, the Lord became the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that I had put my trust in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. See, because if you don't believe in the law, how can the law protect you if you don't give the law what it needs to protect you? See, the law operates off of evidence. That's why the Bible even tells you about your testimony. Your testimony is a witness to yourself. See, if you plead the fifth and you see that the devil's the judge, then how can you throw yourself on the mercy of someone that has no mercy? See what I'm saying? Like if you see a judge abusing their power, then why would you think that that's a good judge? If the judge is violating the law, then the judge is there to dispose of you. And if you sit up there and let the judge get away with disposing of you, then you supposed to be disposed of. Now, like I'm telling my friends and my family, so you telling me that once I revealed that the judge was a serpent, then I was supposed to leave the judge in a position of power when the judge is a serpent? So now what about Genesis 3, when the Lord judged the serpent, Adam and Eve in the coolness of the day? So why did God tell you about that judgment if he didn't want you to know about this judgment, right? So it says, say ye to my soul, right? Say, how say ye to my soul? So how do I speak to the soul of my wife, daughter, and son if I'm in the grave? See, wouldn't I be then spiritual, right? I would be no longer flesh and bone. So wouldn't my devil had then defeated me if he then took the vessel away that I came in? See, so that's what I'm telling you, right? The devil is here to win your body so he can kill your soul and turn you into a spirit that he controlled, right? But see, when I wrote my soul in the over 100 books, which are my testimony, then how can he steal the soul that I wrote in testimony? see, if I wrote the testimony to my soul, then is that not a new testimony? Right? Now, how can Saul write about Jesus in the New Testament and my testimony not be a New Testament? Right? How can the persecutor of the followers of Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee then be the best disciple of Jesus Christ? See, I mean, something ain't right. Something done been recreated. Saul changed his name to Paul, and then now Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee is now Jesus Christ. See, that's a lot of changing going on, right? Because when he was in flesh and bone, he said he was the Son of Man. So now here it is. It say, flee as a bird to your mountain. Now let's see that. In the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? Now, this is what I did, right? Say when the devil came into my Garden of Eden, I went into the silver courthouses, right? Silver courthouse in Seminole County. Then the devil took me out of the silver courthouse in Seminole County and then put me in the criminal courthouse in Seminole County. And then they tried to take my house in Orange County from my grandmother, right? Right. So I was in court, in civil court in Seminole County. I was in civil court I was in criminal court in Seminole County, and then I was in civil court in Orange County, and I had to defeat all of them. So now, did I not flee like a bird to my mountain? See now, just like Moses went up to the top of Mount Sinai, am I not on the mountaintop of humanity in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? And then I federally established myself on the top of the mountaintop of humanity in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. So, and then it says, for lo, the wicked, for whom is defined as morally very bad, right, in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida, bent their bow, right? They made ready their arrows upon the string that they may privately, right? So that's for which is defined as belonging or relating to a person in one's individual rather than official capacity. So, right, see, they couldn't do it as a judge no more. So they did it as an assassin under the color of law, right? So like color of law is something that looks legal on its face, right? But in reality, it's illegal. So now, if you have lied to my wife, daughter, son, and friends, then I consistently keep telling the truth. Then eventually my friends and wife and children gonna become enlightened to your lie. So now what happens when they come out of your darkness into my revelations? See, then they gonna realize that you the serpent, that you've been lying to them and they've been aiding and abetting you and hurting me. See, then they gonna see that I charge you with obstruction of justice, not charge them with it. See, but they have made you an accessory. So then if something happened to me, they can then blame you. See what I'm saying? But we were this family, see what I'm saying? But see, this is what I'm telling my family and friends. When are you gonna act enlightened? See, right now you acting like you upset. But when are you then gonna help me get off the cross? Right? When you gonna get this arrow, you know, this crossbar off my forehead? See what I'm saying? Because if I do anything wrong, you think these people gonna hesitate to kill me? Because I done already destroyed them legally. So they trying to use my family, right? And they using their ignorance as a weapon against me. And then they saying, well, he talking about killing everybody. And I'm saying, I'm talking about avenging my son from the state of Florida who say they killed him. See what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if you can use the state of Florida against Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr., and then Tommy Chancey Counselor Sr. had to use the Florida Constitution and the Florida Bill of Rights against you in the civil and criminal courthouses and similar in Orange counties in the state of Florida, then that means you came after the state of Florida. So now the state of Florida should come after you through all of its governmental agencies to bring order back into the state of Florida, that you as the judges in the civil and criminal courthouses and similar in Orange counties in the state of Florida breached the peace on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning. And then the judges in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida breached the peace on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, for which is why America now has no justice nor peace.